This video we're going to look at Florida and the way that they run their jerk route, a lot of times out of empty, trying to exploit the space towards the middle of the field here. Obviously it's a 4-man box and they end up bringing the middle linebacker in some kind of a bend right there. He's going to be running the jerk route right there. What the jerk route typically is he settles, makes it look like he's going whip, and then he brings that thing back across his face into the window right there. What Florida has right here is they end up having a curl and a hitch out here, so I assume their eyes over here. If they can throw that fade out, cool. If not, they're going to come back here to that jerk, and then they've got that curl right there, which came open as well. But right here, we'll look at it, and you see that ball snapped. Glances over there, doesn't like the space there on that out route. And right here, Tony over here is running that jerk route. You can see him, he's coming, he's settling. He's getting his shoulders open, he's leaning to that out. Then he breaks that thing back in. It settles that linebacker, gets his momentum kind of started that direction. And now there's a lot of space there to the middle of the field. Obviously, the safety had rolled there, and that linebacker had ended up getting into the rush. But right there, that's the check down for Trask. You can see him looking over there for, I think it's a curl flat, and then he gets back to that late, gets it out just in time. There's that safety that rolled down. And you see the curl right there that's working into that window. We'll roll it back so you can see exactly what's taking place. He looks like he goes fade at that guy, and then when he gets his hips open, he ends up curling that thing back underneath. But right there, really good job by Trask being accurate under a little bit of pressure. But you can see that jerk route exploiting the middle of the field right there and empty. This is a really good look of the jerk route against Tennessee. They're in 3 over to the right, 2 to the left. They're just running verticals, it looks like, by everybody. You're running this jerk route on this linebacker. He settles, works out, then works back across. Obviously, he gets some momentum and working back out to the outside, and then breaks across his face. So right there, you can see he's just pivoting, letting him settle. And you can see the break. He's trying to beat him to that spot if they're trying to run that whip route, and then he breaks it back across his face right there. All he can do is reach. Doesn't get enough of him right there. Easy completion. A lot of space, and you can see they vacated that area. They brought 4. They brought their linebacker right there. He's the only guy that can keep him from getting into that space in that jerk route. He was able to exploit that space, get him his momentum going out, and then break back across his face for a big play right there on an easy throw and catch right there for Florida. There's another good look here against Tennessee where they end up flaring their back out right there. So you're getting to an empty look just basically by getting that back out. And if that takes that linebacker, you're going to be one-on-one here with this other linebacker. Again, settle, whip it, and then it comes back into the middle right there. So you can see a little stutter and go there. Swing there by the running back. And there's the linebacker that's one-on-one. A lot of space there. He's chasing that running back, getting width. He's going to settle, work back out. Once he settles, that linebacker's eyes go into the backfield. He just starts working his momentum that way. And by the time he knows what's going on, he's back into that space. And Trask stepping up with an easy throw again to a guy in space with nobody there in the middle of the field for a big completion. And again, getting to one of your best guys in space, easy way to exploit it, especially whenever you're getting the back out like Florida does quite a bit. Gets it to them on different things where it's an out, wheel, all that different thing. They're trying to get there. This linebacker's manned up. Then they jerk route that guy, exploiting that space in the middle of the field for another explosive play. Really like the concept right here, especially out of trips. So it's a little bit less obvious that they're going to work that space right there. Here's another look of this route out of trips. And of course against Georgia, they ran a ton of wheels and were able to exploit that. They ended up running him on a fade, knowing that there's a lot of space here in the middle of the field. Again here, settle, work out, and then come back into the middle of the field. Doesn't quite work out. The route's a little sloppy right there. You can see how far his foot is from his shoulder. So anytime the field is a little bit damp or slick at all, you're going to slip right there, and that's what it does. Obviously, you got your feet outside your shoulders. Get your shoulders down right there. Work out, and then you can break that across and be a little bit cleaner. But right there, that linebacker's able to stay with him. But you can see that space that they're trying to exploit with that double move. You got him taking off so he can take the corner. There's the wheel, took that linebacker. So right there, they're trying to work that jerk route back to that space. Even though this is a completion right here, obviously they were hoping to break a little freer than this. This was a good throw and catch. Obviously the route was not quite there fundamentally, but you can obviously see the space that they're trying to exploit. If you can break that off a little cleaner and have a step or two on that guy, you're going to be able to catch that and then get vertical and possibly get into the end zone there for Florida. Here's a route early in the year, actually game 1 against Ole Miss, where they run something very similar. Obviously 2 receivers over here, 3 over here. They're running some kind of a smash. They got a corner, they got a hitch, and he's known that he's one-on-one with a lot of space right there. If he can beat him to that spot, not sure if this is a whip route, or if it's just kind of an option, or just saying, hey, GO that thing, get open right there to the middle of the field. Right there, he goes like he's going out, and he whips that thing real quick back to the middle field, and you can see what that does to that defender. Once he gets his shoulders around, he's breaking to that upfield shoulder, and it gets him off balance right there, and then he breaks to the middle of the field with a lot of space. Good easy throw there for Kyle Trask. Good catchable ball in a spot where he can make some more yards for you after the catch for big play. This one right here, definitely not a jerk route, but very similar concept. You got to fade out over here. You're going to have somebody exploit that space, and they've got a post. They got a hitch right there. But the way they run this route is a little bit different. You can see the ball snaps. Kyle Trask's eyes go over here looking for that fade out. Space isn't there. Doesn't like it. He knows there's a lot of space there. They had a deep tackle that actually dropped trying to get into that window and spy. But right here, I really like this route. You can see he's getting him off balance. He jabs that thing like he's about to go past him. Gets that linebacker off balance. Obviously, that matchup is really good. You got Tony on the middle linebacker. Anytime that happens, you give him a little bit of space to shake, and that's what he's going to do to anybody. And right there, breaks it off. Kyle Trask gets off his spot just a little bit. Good job finding it, knowing that there's a lot of space there. Once that defender chases that out, he's got a lot of time to work and make sure you get open there to the middle of the field, and that's what he does right there. Wasn't quite a jerk route, but obviously a little bit of an option route, and he's got an opportunity to find a way to get open into all that space there. As long as they stay too high, don't roll down to that middle field, that's going to be a lot of space right there and empty.